It is time to finally build that God Squad. Stay frosty and head to buymaddencoins.com for the cheapest, fastest, and most reliable MUT coins on the market. I'll even help you shave off a few bucks. Use code DIRECTOR at checkout for 20% off. Yo, what up, brothers? What's up? It's the Director. Madden Ultimate Team fans. Something kind of crazy happened over this week, and a discovery by one of our Madden Ultimate Team community members on how to stack abilities. And this is something you guys have probably seen floating around on Twitter, maybe even on YouTube, about how to make passing more fun in Madden Ultimate Team by stacking different abilities in the game. And this originated by a tweet by a guy by the name of Trace Mutt, who's been experimenting with these different abilities and if they stack, if they actually do make a difference in game. So in this video, I'm going to be going over which abilities I've noticed have been working for me and whether or not this should be staying in the game indefinitely. Well, guys, if you like these kinds of videos, hit us up with a like and sub. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification help out a lot. Let's get into this video. So probably the biggest one that's been the most popular that people have been using right now is Gunslinger. Now, you'll notice on the description of Gunslinger, it does say faster throwing animations and velocity on bullet passes, but does not stack with itself. Well, we have found this to be false over the weekend. Gutfox being one of the first YouTubers to put any light on this, to shed any light on this, and he took it into game and tested it, and absolutely it does work. And this, to me, has been a huge game-changing factor on whether or not passing is the move in Madden 20. And this is a big reason why I think, at least me personally, this should stay in the game. Like, really, if EA wanted to make Madden more fun, towards the end of the year, they should just go in. If they're going to fix anything, go in and fix the text. Just delete the segment that says does not stack with itself on the ones that actually work. Because it adds a little bit more fun, a little bit more depth to creating your players and utilizing specific abilities and stuff on your cards. Because you think about it, guys. Being able to stack abilities on a card, it takes a sacrifice. There's a bit of a give and take whether or not you want to run with more than one gunslinger. And in this case right here, I'm the kind of guy that really needs Hot Route Master. Really good in getting out of tight situations if I do have an ability to create a play customly with Hot Route Master. And this is something I became very accustomed with, over the course of playing with guys like Phillip Rivers and Pocket Passers over the past couple of years. And in this one, in Madden 20, having Hot Route Master on a guy like Robert Griffin III is a pretty big deal because he still has the speed to roll out and make plays anyway. The biggest thing that you'd have a problem with lately in Madden 20 is that run meta is so aggressive because of how difficult it is to pass. Now, you're talking about passing. Why is it so hard to pass? It is because of that animation, the wind up, the animation, of the release of the quarterback. It is definitely much slower than it's been in the past, and that's something that I've noticed even during, the beginning of Madden 20. There was different posts on feedback on how to help Madden 20 benefit from itself or how to make it better through its beta testing. One of the big things that they were talking about was the release of the quarterback. So finally, so long into Madden 20, we're in June. It is June 6th. We have finally discovered a method in which to make passing even more fun. How to address that problem of having that release be too slow. Now, I'll be the first to admit that this is probably a little bit OP. Now, it's kind of crazy to think that passing in any way could be OP outside of the Moss X factor. But really, you take a look at the animation of this gunslinger, it's absolutely insane how fast this ball gets out, especially on the run. So there's some guys that if you're running like an RG3 like I am, they'll run, 3 gunslingers and a Hot Route Master. So what I'd like to do real quickly actually is to kind of show you guys the difference between RG3 without gunslinger, RG3 with maybe 1 or 2 gunslinger, and then it maxed out to 3 or 4. And there are other abilities that Trace Mutt did put in his post here. One being gift wrapped ×4. So that's going to be the first thing that we look at with RG3. What does gift wrapped look like with ×4 abilities? Now, you'll see on the description it says higher chance to complete passes to uncovered targets. It's funny to think that this would stack at all because we've all noticed the problem in Madden Ultimate Team where your receivers just pretty much drop everything. And to think that putting one of these on there would help address that problem, it is kind of interesting to think of what stacking 4 on the same RG3 would look like. So we'll do this one first so we can see what RG3 looks like without Gunslinger, and then we'll add a couple in as we go. All right, so this first one is gift wrapped. So we're just going to come out in a very, standard play, see if we can throw it up to someone and maybe they make, you know, in terms of like an aggressive catch, you never know. But let's see, we're gonna try to get it to Joe Juravicius right here. Now that was a little simple, but I think the biggest thing I want to show you guys in this is the release time with RG3 without any of the gunslingers. So here's the instant replay. I'm just gonna play it at normal speed so you guys can see. Just try and burn this image in your brain. That's what RG3 looks like, and RG3 is definitely considered to be one of those quarterbacks that has a nicer release. So that is what it looks like without Gunslinger and with ×4 gift wrapped. Now let's jump back into another one and try it with just one Gunslinger so you guys can see the comparison. All right, here we go. Exact same play. Everything's exactly the same. Now we've got one Gunslinger on RG3. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Joe Juravicius again, and it's gonna be picked by Jackson there, but let's go ahead and take a look at the instant replay. All right, once again at normal speed, here we go. RG3 with Gunslinger. It does seem maybe a little bit faster, you know, maybe just by a couple of frames, you never know, but that's what it looks like with just one Gunslinger activated. Now let's go ahead and slap a second one on there. Here we go, 2 Gunslingers. I'm gonna block Jackson this time so he doesn't pick the play. Here we go, 2 Gunslingers on RG3. Gonna make his cut. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the replay. With ×2, that's where I really did notice a difference, ×2 Gunslinger. There he goes. Now, it may be minuscule to you guys. You might have to get into the actual frameage of it, but take a look at how much faster this looks. RG3, if you take a look at the first one versus the second one, that is a bit faster than just Robert Griffin without it. And Robert Griffin, again, has one of the faster releases in the game. Let's go ahead and take it up to another level. We've now got 3 Gunslinger on this man. Let's give it a shot with ×3 Gunslinger, dudes. Here we go. We're looking for Joe Juravicius, and he's not going to catch it, but we're just looking for the animation. See how much faster he is with ×3 Gunslinger. It's actually kind of insane. You should be able to see it with the naked eye at this point. We'll go ahead and slow everything down here in just a minute, guys, but take a look at that. Take a look at that. Absolutely disgusting. And just for kicks and giggles, let's see what it looks like in motion here. So RG3 kind of on the run. What does it look like? Let's go ahead and just chuck it. You see how quick that is? It's absolutely insane. That's with ×3. Let's take it up one more level. Dear God, ×4 Gunslinger. I haven't even tried this yet. All right, we'll give ourselves a little bit more space with this one. All right, ×4 Gunslinger. What does this look like? Let's try Joe Juravicius just to see if we can get over. It's gonna get picked. Of course it's gonna get picked, but let's take a look at the footage real quick here, dudes. All right, here we go, ×4 Gunslinger. I mean, we should be able to see it at this point, right? Yeah, okay. You'd be crazy not to notice it at this point. That is super fast. And I mean, it feels even faster in person, guys. You should be able to notice it here. There's a lot of players in the way. Let me see if we can get a better angle here. Make it a little bit clearer. We go from this side, hug in the side of that guy. Okay, all right. Yeah, look how quick that is coming out of RG3's hand, dude. Absolutely insane. We gotta try one rollout, dude. Let's try one rollout with RG3. He's contained. No, he's not contained. Let's see what it looks like, dude. Let's see what it looks like. On the run. Absolutely disgusting, man. How quick is that? Back in the replay. Let's look at it one more time with the rollout. I feel like with the rollout, it's even faster, dude. Look how fast that is, man. We'll try to go a little bit slow-mo here. Look how fast that is. It literally leaves his hand so quickly. And let's look at it one more time downfield, because this is pretty important stuff, man. Like, if you want to start passing again, this is kind of the move. Look how quick. Look how quick. Literally, it's a fling of the wrist. Absolutely insane. With all that being said, what is the point of this video? Well, if you guys want to start passing again, if you want to have fun passing, there's a couple of combinations that I would highly recommend. For a guy like me, running triple Gunslinger is pretty insane to me. You got the hot route master on there too that lets you create more abilities, especially those angular routes with that kind of throw power, with that kind of velocity, with that kind of speed coming out of the quarterback's hand. You know, that is a really nasty combo for me. Other guys would definitely benefit from using maybe a combination, something like this. Some guys really like Escape Artist, and you guys saw how much faster the ball was coming out of his hands when he was on the run. So maybe something like triple Gunslinger with Escape Artist would be a good move too. But someone like me, I think this is kind of what I'll be running on head-to-head. The double Gunslinger was really nice. Being able to have that hot route master and the Escape Artist, I think is kind of a must, in my opinion, in head-to-head. Now, I can get away without Escape Artist because RG3 is definitely a faster quarterback stock So triple Gunslinger and Hot Route Master works too, but I think if you want to play a little bit more balanced, double Gunslinger feels really fast, and being able to escape the pocket and make those throws on the run definitely makes a difference as well. So my big question I want to ask you guys in the comment section below, there were more abilities and stuff that were being tested, and that's the big reason why I wanted to make a video on this to begin with, was to kind of help, you know, get more people involved in the testing of these abilities. Which ones work, which ones don't. I personally have experimented with gift wrapped, which it seemed like it kind of worked, but I don't know if it worked, you know, any better than just having one gift wrap, just in my opinion. Edge Threat Elite, that one was pretty good. He did say to go out of nickel with the spread D line. I did kind of notice that one, but at the same time, the biggest one that I've noticed by far has been multiple Gunslinger on a quarterback. So the last thing I will say with this video is, EA, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Keep this in the game. Keep this in the game. Running has been so overpowered for the last 6 months, longer, whatever. I feel like finally having a way at the expense of other abilities, because again, it's a give and take system, to put on 2 Gunslinger. I have to get rid of another ability like Dashing Deadeye that I would like on RG3. Keep this in the game, because if we can make passing equally as fun as running, equally as successful as running, I think it'll make the longevity and the wait to Madden 21, which at this point is 3 months, a lot funner for the fans. Okay? Keep it in the game. Last thing I'll say, I know I said this, but last thing I'll say, I think RG3 is the best quarterback in the game now. He's got the fastest release out of all of the golden ticket quarterbacks, in my opinion. He's definitely mobile. He's got really good speed, especially if you put brawler and stuff on him. And he's the only one that I know of that can get ×4 Gunslinger. So if you wanted to try that ability out, you can put Gunslinger on every single one of these abilities. It worked out very, very well in that way. Other guys like Lamar Jackson, you can get ×3, I think, and that's about it. And just wait until we get a 99 Aaron Rodgers, because I think RG3 has the second fastest release as far as the animation's concerned in the game. Aaron Rodgers has the fastest by far. Just imagine what ×3 or 4 Gunslinger is going to look like on that cat. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Good luck out there. Hope you guys have fun. EA, please keep this in the game. We'll see you guys next time, and as always, stay frosty.